Hi everyone, so this is lesson 13, bubble 5, and we're talking about if-else statements, and in this lesson we're going to reverse the gears. So the gears are back, they're already spin in one direction when you press the space bar, so we're talking about key down as well. But now we want them to spin in the completely opposite direction of what they're spinning when the key bar isn't pressed. So let's take a look at some of the directions here. Makes the gears spin opposite direction that they do when the space bar is pressed. Okay, so right now we have our gears are in place. It looks like we have created our variables, blue gear, green gear, and red gear. We're drawing them out. So when I press the space bar, the gears are moving. When I don't press the space bar, I want them to move in the opposite direction. So we have an if statement. So we want something when it's true, meaning the space bar is being pushed, they're moving in one direction. When it's false, we want it to do something else. So here, we might need an if-else statement. So I'm going to drag this and I'm going to put it above the background. And I'm just going to drag this information that was in our original if statement up. So we want to definitely keep that, and I want this key down. Okay. So we keep that when the key is down, the space bar is down, where they're going to move in one direction. So it's important to kind of be aware of which direction they're moving. I'm going to get rid of this if statement, so I'm just going to drag that out. And now I need some else statements. And so when the key down space or the space bar isn't pressed down, we want them to move in the opposite direction. So I'm going to find I'm going to use this, and we need 3 of those because we need to do blue gear, green gear, and red gear. Okay. And then we need the rotation. So let's go ahead and find rotation. And I'm going to do them for all 3. Oops. And I need to do blue gear, green gear, and red gear. So let's just go ahead and type that: blue gear, green gear. Remember, the G is capitalized in gear, so spelling is going to be important. Make sure they're spelled the same. And now I want the opposite. So you'll notice that I want the opposite of blue gear when the space bar is down. So instead of minus, I'm going to do plus. And I need blue gear rotation. And instead of -1, I'm going to +1. So make sure that's plus. And then this is plus and this is plus. So I need 2 minus signs here. So I'm going to go to math. And then I'm going to go to subtraction. And I'm just going to drag both of them down to make it easier for myself. And then I go back to rotation. And this is going to be green. Capital G here. And this is going to be red. And then these are both -1. Okay. All right, so I'm going to reset, run. So they are going in one direction, correct? Or the green and the red are going in one direction, the blue is going the opposite direction. But when I hit the space bar, they now reverse rotations and they're going the opposite directions. When I let go of the space bar, they return back to the original. So that's just they just want you to practice using rotation and using that if-else statement. And that is bubble 5. I hit finish, we should be all set.